I don't know if I did or not. So at the end of the day, we maybe have to do that here. But whatever's going on, hear me out on this. I have a post office box as well because I used to live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I would use that as how you say any mail from Minnesota would go there in the post office box here. Now, before I talk about my what you just said, I just want to say this. I played the post office game with them, whether you believe me or not. Like I'd take everything out and film it and put it back in there. I watched stuff go disappear out of there, and I'm the only one that has a key. So whether you care or not, okay, pardon me on this. There's people in there playing a sick game with me. All they're humans. Now I don't know if you know about the lie or not, but like I'll keep it a buck with you. I don't know. The lady I called grandma, she told me how old she was when she was dying, and that's not what she told me before that day. So at the end of the day, now these people, hear me out on this next sentence too. Before I say what you say, or pardon me how I say this, I got on film the post office headmaster saying that's not my address. I show him my ID. I said that is my address. The address that you have on file is the place I used to live with the lady I called grandma before she passed away and before I moved to Las Vegas. That's why I got a damn post office box. This is all on film too. On July 20th, 2026, at the local post office, New Ulm, Minnesota. And anyway, and then I went and made a police report about how they talked to me. And then they don't know what to do. The cops are civil servants. They don't want to upset, the inner structure of the mail system. Who knows? I don't know. It's just an assumption. But no, as you said, I didn't do, you say, on file or whatever, address a change. So knowing that I never received no mail in Las Vegas to the address when I lived there, all the mail that I would use, this is just a backstory for you. All the what's it called? Any mail, they would think of me as a tourist, and I'd have it shipped to the address of the PO box. Now my PO box, they know I already am supposed to already have stuff, and knowing that the government already, how you say, I got pictures of stuff, if you believe me or not. Okay, so at the end of the day, and knowing that they're already transferred to different devices, and there's there's people that saw those pictures, meaning my lawyer. So at the end of the day, that has nothing to do with the post office. So meaning this, when there's like the Illuminati's involved in shit like that, and if I don't receive my card tomorrow, either from the Illuminati or from the government, or whatever you want to call this man, because I told him, I just got it off texting him. I said, this post office man, I know for a fact that he's doing it on purpose. He's reading that fucking address. I'm sorry for cussing. I'm sorry about that. He's reading that address, and he's putting it in the address where I used to live with the lady I call grandma. I used to live on that block in that house, 1122 North Payne Street. That's Payne Street, New Ulm, Minnesota, 56073. I used to live there. Okay? That lady that lives there now, like I said, that lady's not my mother. If she's anything, she's my older sister. Due to the fact of what I mentioned to you, what I overheard when I was a little kid in the broom closet hiding, listening. And at the end of the day, when, like I said, you're a girl, so I don't know what you ever had to put up with, but this is a serious matter. Now, I can't, what's it called? I can't say too much more, but this is serious because I've seen now that these people have got new mail vehicles, meaning post office delivery mail trucks. And in my opinion, they took my ATM card, or somebody did something, or made up a lie. Made up a lie, and I know that this is where I'm going with this. We're going to talk about this real quick. The post office delivery guy made up a lie saying I threatened him. I'm going to pass the polygraph test knowing that I did not. I talked shit to him, though. That thing, I cannot deny that I did. I called him a name, and I, verbally disrespected him. I said what I said about him not delivering my mail. And I know I got it on camera. I told him that. And then he started laughing. And then he said something under his breath. I forgot what he said. And then I said, well, you think that's funny? What about the time when you sat there and interrogated me when I was lying to you, saying about my real name and everything when I was posing as somebody else? Because it's none of your business. At that time, there was a whole ordeal going on where people were trying to kill me. And like I said, though, they know where I live now. It's too late now because at the end of the day, someone already did try to kill me. They didn't kill me all the way. I woke up like 4 hours later, 3 hours later. Like I said, whether you care or not, this is serious. Now, on or off the record, I want this on your record. I already sold my soul to Satan. You don't want to know what my wish was. I only asked for one wish, and it's a horrible wish. And due to the fact that I didn't die yet when I got whacked, and as well after the first time, they already tried to kill me. That was what I was mentioning about these people ain't my family. They didn't loan me money. That's a lawsuit that I was meant to win. That has nothing to do with the post office. So at the end of the day, now, like I said, me, I have no friends. I have no girlfriend. They're, how you say, expendable at me. Meaning they're trying to ruin me. Ruin my dignity. They're trying to end me. If you look back at my, how you say, supposed track record or whatever, in Las Vegas, I never got in trouble for doing anything wrong until they framed me. Whatever day that was when they had whatever vice agent make up whatever lie. And then they searched the car and I passed 6 field sobriety tests. The 6th one was from a United Nations officer from Europe. He told everybody to let me go and they didn't. That was back in the year 2019 in Las Vegas, Nevada. So at the end of the day now, knowing that, hear me out on this. This is going to be a huge court case if I don't get my mail. Meaning that I'm going to take this all the way back to that year basically, in 2019 when that happened. And then knowing what I know about what had happened to me here in this state that has nothing to do with the mail, that will all be court case too. Versus how you say the crooked United States Post Office, or excuse me, police. Sorry about that. Like I said, I don't know if everybody's crooked in the post office. I just know in this city they are, whether you believe me or not. And knowing that what had happened to me in the one in Las Vegas, and I told on them, and I took polygraph test, they stole $4,850 money order. That post office shut down. Now, I'm not trying to brag right now to you, but I had to let you know exactly who I'm talking to since you're being nice to me. I better let you know, I said to myself. So, I don't care. This is about the past interactions now, before you. These people that talk to me before you, they don't care about somebody. They don't care about what that one man was supposed to do. Let me tell you the truth. I'm not going to tell you what I'm supposed to do right now, but what I was supposed to do back in Las Vegas, I was supposed to go and give away anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000 every day to 20 different homeless people. Not that direct amount, but take that amount and give it away. So at the end of the day, knowing that had been prevented from me, and knowing what I know from since before any type of telephone, how you say, talking, knowing that what had happened to me, the post office is involved indirectly now, because at the end of the day, this, right now you guys are involved right now all the way, because the post is going there when on the ID. Hear me out. If or say or whatever it does, if the address is addressed to the number it's supposed to go to that house. That's what I looked up on Google. Now, you can't deny that because it's on Google. And then, knowing that it don't go there, and as well, hear me out on this. I counted just my own accord 5 different addresses with the same number sequence. That's just as many as I saw. Now, I didn't take a look at the whole city yet, but I know I saw 5. So at the end of the day now, if you believe about, how you say, conspiracy theory or colluding means plotting. And anyway, I believe what I just said, and knowing that, hear me out on this. When I try to talk to get a lawyer involved in all this stuff, no one wants to do that because they're like scared. Well, like I guess no one in the world sold their soul the way I did. For what reasons I did, knowing what I heard and had known. This is before anything with the post office too. So y'all are out of that equation. So don't worry about that part for anybody. But like I said though, that's just at that time. Now you guys are in the equation, and knowing what, how you say, what I know, what I just mentioned to you, what I read on Google. If the mail is addressed to whatever address it's supposed to go into the post office mailbox, if there is one to put the mail in. And knowing what is, how you say, whether you care or not, knowing that I have witnessed 11 sets of people move into 5 houses around this house. Imagine a rectangle, the shape of a rectangle, but imagine it with 6 points. 2 points in the center, one on the top, one on the bottom. This house is the bottom center point. 5 houses around that center point. 11 sets of people moved into 5 different houses. Okay? Meaning, I've been watching, and I watch how people treat me. And as well, knowing that I had defended myself for, how you say, to keep my vehicle. Someone tried to rob my vehicle, and how you say, beat me up or try to. I had to defend myself with Muay Thai Jiu-Jitsu, April 6th, 2025. And then, it doesn't matter. All I know is this. There's shit put at me right now, whether you care or not, and it's not your fault. I'm sorry for cussing. To you personally, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I offended you too. But this is a serious matter. Me, I'm a mixed race man. And I know how I'm treated too, whether you care or not about how you say that. But me, knowing what had happened to me, and knowing what, how you say, the courts are tried to do to me, and knowing what the false manifest from that damn doctor tried to have it done to me, and that court case already won that. I'm waiting for a check. Now, I put the address on this house. So if I don't receive that check, that means they all took it. Not you personally, but like, that's a whole nother issue. That's what, that case I already won. That court case, basically I just told them I'm going to take a lie detector test and find another lawyer. And then they decided just to proceed with that, me telling them that. And this is serious right now. That's why I wanted to mention all this to you. And due to the fact that, whether you believe me or not, knowing what I know, what had happened to me in Las Vegas, $4,850 U.S. postal money order that in Las Vegas, they cashed them there, I guess, up to $5,000. And anyway, that lady took it. And that was, how you say, a whole nother issue. That whole post office is shut down, Maryland Parkway. I forgot the whole address. They shut that down because I don't really know the true matter, but I could tell you a reason, but you won't believe that. And anyway, though, the point is now I'm sitting here, whether you care or not, and these people, they're doing nefarious activities, and I'm just sitting here. I can't have a job because the last people that I had a job at, they used my identity and started building onto the building. So at the end of the day now, these people are doing nefarious shit. Like, if you believe me or not, this is the truth right here that needs to be said on your line. This will, how you say, clench it for you all to realize it is real. I have a stock market app that I have access to, and my money's gone. And meaning that it's all gone. And that was my YouTube contract money. That YouTube contracted them, they could leech money for 6 months, and then had to give me $750,000. Whether you believe me or not, it's true. And how you say, they didn't do nothing. Same with people on YouTube, they didn't do nothing. They're like scared of these people or something. I'm not going to tell you the exact app name. And knowing that it's gone, and knowing that they were doing weird shit, putting money in there and doing weird stuff. One time I seen it was at $44 million. Before that, the highest number was at $8 million it was. So they're just leeching money and doing weird shit. And pardon my language on that too. And they're what's that called? Chutes and ladders or monkey see, monkey do, or haha, we can get away with it, or whatever you want to call it. And now, whether you care or not, that's a whole nother matter now with YouTube, because YouTube didn't do anything to those people. And then knowing that I have, how you say, daily pictures, screenshot pictures, and I have a fingerprint code access to that, how you say, stock market app. That has nothing to do with the post office. This is a serious matter. And knowing that, how you say that those people bought this house where I'm standing in. I never wanted to live here. I had no choice but to move out of Las Vegas because of what was going on at me. There's people with false manifests saying that I'm a gang member when I'm nothing. So at the end of the day, I had to leave Las Vegas. Now, when this is going on and no one's doing nothing, and then knowing that no law firm would take my case in the United States, I had to take law firm out of country. Now, like I said, they already did what they did to the hospital people. Those people are cursed in the courtroom and, how you say, afterlife. Now, at the end of the day, if you want to know why, I got it on film. The psychiatric interview, psychology or philosophy chatter, whatever you want to talk about with that asshole shrink. And anyway, that man made up a whole lot of lies about me. And who knows what he said, except for they lost. And now I'm waiting on that court check. Now at the end of the day, that's what's it called? That's a settlement check, out of court check, meaning we didn't go to court for that. This is a serious matter. If I don't receive that check, not you or anyone at the call center or wherever you are, if you're at your house or whatever, anyone that works on the phone is innocent. I'm talking about anyone in the post office industry that is touching mail will be suspect. Okay? Beyond court, if you believe what I'm getting at. Now, at the end of the day, this is a world matter now. Knowing what I was supposed to do in Las Vegas, and these people did what they did to me, and knowing what, how you say, I was already content with my amount of money that I was owed. Okay? So, at the end of the day now, when people are playing this sick game and no one's doing their job, I got evidence on the Better Business Bureau. Like, we'll take this, me, myself, and my lawyers, basically, myself, when I say me, myself is my inner conscience saying to wait and not go forth on these cases yet. So at the end of the day, now I'm fucking pissed. I'm not mad at you. My apologies again for cussing. Now, I just witnessed what I just witnessed. They got at least 2 new mail trucks. They look fancy trucks. And then they're not putting my mail in this post office mailbox. And like I said, whether you care or not, like for that speeding ticket court paperwork, I did that, try to figure out why it's not going here. That's why I put that mailbox. I didn't use the P.O. box. I used the address on my ID. The cops made me put that new address there since I'm living here. And I said, well, you don't want to hear what. All I know is I'm upset. And when there's people that are calling, playing dumb, I can go on about this. Knowing how old I am and somebody saying that they're younger than me and I know for a fact they look older than me, that's the end of it. And then when this old guy that is the post office headmaster or the manager of the post office sitting there telling me that's not my address, I said it's my fucking ID, part of my language. I'm telling you exactly what I said to him. I said, this is my fucking ID right here. That's my goddamn address. That's exactly how I said it. And now at the end of the day, this is a serious matter. Because at the end of the day, for whatever reason, and this is what I know, like I said, whether you care or not, that post office man already made up a lie. The delivery man, the post office delivery guy that's supposed to bring mail and put it in his box. He already made up a lie saying I threatened him. I never threatened him. Called him a bunch of names and told him that there's going to be a court case then against you. So you're going to say that because like I mentioned to you, I said this to him. I said, you're going to say that, this or that, we'll go to take polygraph tests. I never threatened you. I'll pass that. So for you now not to, this is what I heard through the grapevine. He's saying that he can't put mail, he may threaten me, he may hurt me or something. I highly doubt it. There's only 5 steps to get to the side of the house where the mailbox is from the actual sidewalk. Literally 5 steps. 5 or 6. Or 7 at the most. So at the end of the day now, knowing this, hear me out on this. This is a big, serious matter. Knowing that there's crooked federal agents around here making up lies about me, that I literally got evidence on people pretending that I'm dealing drugs here. Like, I'm in the house wondering what's going on at 1:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning outside this house. And then I hop out the window and film their license plate. I swear on my soul on that last part, too. So at the end of the day, like, basically, like, I'm whatever word the post office, people behind you that may or may not like me, want to call me. If people want to play that game with me, hear me out on this one. This is for fun, for you to listen to. If people want to play that game with me, well, the FBI in Las Vegas, Nevada already gave me back my knife that I had to use to defend myself. Meaning, that's on camera. I had to defend myself against 3 people, 3 men. So at the end of the day, knowing that the people in Las Vegas know I'm a good man, they gave me back my knife. So at the end of the day, knowing that as well, I didn't do anything wrong ever to nobody in Las Vegas. I lived there for 3.5 years. And then these people here in the city are trying to make me look like a outrageous fool or some type of medical diagnosis, medical word. So it's on. And as well, like I mentioned to you, it has nothing to do with the post office at all. Knowing that I had what happened to me May 9th, 2023, getting whacked in the head. That has nothing to do with the post office. I highly doubt it. Or it could. Who knows? But at the end of the day, knowing what I got on record from the police, that when I went there on the 15th of May, or the 16th of May, 2023, I got it on film. That cop laughing at me. Officer Achman. And at the end of the day, I'll take that all the way to the streets with what I just said. Me versus it don't matter. So at the end of the day, knowing what I already had to defend myself, and literally the FBI gave me back my knife. There was evidence. They could have kept it. You believe me or not of that. And anyway, now, knowing that, and knowing how real old people, hear me out on this, the cool old people, we'll call it, they know that I'm not a bad man. They know that. They know in Las Vegas I turned in 6 to 12 different telephones. They know I turned in 3 purses. They know I turned in a wallet. I may have took the money out of the wallet, but I didn't take the credit cards. So at the end of the day, I'll even say that. So at the end of the day, knowing that I turned in car keys, and knowing that I'm not a bad man, these people here in the city are trying to make me into that look, though, because of what had happened to me when I first moved back, trying to be cool. I had 3 jobs, 2 of them in the city, 1 in the neighboring city, all cooking food, trying to find friends. So whatever had happened then, in 2019, when I first moved back to the city, they made up a false record of me. And that's truth. And I'll pass lie detector test. And knowing what had happened to me about what is going on right now at me, it has nothing to do with the post office at all, but it kind of does, because that check was supposed to arrive in May 2025. I didn't receive that check until August 2025. And then after what had happened to me in September, when I tried to make that check into reality, then the post office was my friend that day. Then the Aquafina people, they sent the check back, and they know it's real, but I still kept it because of what's going on at me. There's a crooked bank in the city, in Minnesota. I'm not going to say the bank right now, but there's a whole lawsuit against them. And anyway, now that you guys know all this, whether you believe it or not, that doesn't matter, because it all boils back down to this last bit about how you say what I read on Google. The mail is supposed to be delivered to the address no matter what. It's supposed to be put into that address on the post office mailbox no matter what. And it's not being delivered to this house on purpose.
Are you suspecting mail theft, though? So I can give proper number?
It's not mail theft. I'm telling you what it is. It's the gang of these people, these towny gang people. Like, that's the best way to put these people. The people that they all believe that this lady's my mother. She's my older sister, if anything, because if she's my mother, she would have loaned me money. Like I said, that's none of your business, but I made it y'all's business to tell y'all my past. She didn't do nothing. Anybody who had been a mother after her supposed son told her what had happened to him would have loaned him money. So at the end of the day, there's no mail theft besides the fact that it's put in that mailbox. The people that are stealing it is the government. How you say, the people the government think is my mother. She's not my mother. She's my older sister, if anything. So yeah, there's mail theft, sure, but at the same time, there's also not how you say delivery. It's not delivered here, right? So therefore, it's tampering by the mailman. He's ordered to.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
gonna I'm gonna give you a number. This is gonna be for the postal inspectors. Anything tampering, mail theft, from you wanna report this to them so they can open an investigation. Because at the call center we don't have access to that.
oh, okay. All right. Let me get a pen,
Let me
please.
Yeah, let me know when you're ready. I'll give you their number along with their hours. So again, this is gonna be the postal inspectors. Anything mail tampering, fraud, you wanna report to them.
All right. I got a pen. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's going to be one.
The people that I talked to before you, I tried my hardest not to cuss, just like how I did this time, and they immediately just got upset at me and then hung the phone up. To be honest, and now what's it called? That
Sorry.
this has been ongoing for a long time. Now, whether you care or not, like I'm not quite for sure really what is how you say it with me, but knowing what had just happened to a place where I went in to try to receive a free cup of water, and they didn't let me have water, and